So, welcome to another team builder for the WBE VGC, joined by my co-coach. And there is nothing else we can call him after last week. He is the co-coach. I could have been a brainless robot following his instructions, and we would have won last week, okay? The predictions that Boyd made and like the game plan that we had basically were unbeatable by any lead for Poitras. I feel sorry for Poitras, actually. You just prepped for every eventuality, and there was nothing he could do. And hopefully, we've done the same this week with my boy Reversal. I'm hoping.
Yeah, let's hope so. Like, we're actually busting out the offensive Lapras here for the first time.
Oh yeah, the turbo Lapras. Turbo. I learned a new VGC term. It's turbo. It's when you just max speed a Slowmon. It is a timid max speed Lapras. It needed every point of speed it could get because our entire game plan is around Lapras Gengar lead with Icy Wind Gengar. This shuts down 99% of the leads we can think of. The biggest problem for this lead that we can find, and I've tested this with other people as well, like on can you beat this lead with his team, and told them the lead and then had them try and make a better thing to beat it. Like the toughest thing is Hypnosis, Poliwrath in the rain, raw hitting Hypnoses. Like that is like, every matchup is bad if they're raw hitting Hypnosis against you, because they could just be running a Scarf Hypnosis mon and just putting everything to sleep. So
well, that's a sign of a good plan. If they have to Hypnosis to have a chance.
If they have to raw hit Hypnosis and then get like 2 turns of sleep to have a chance, it's pretty good. And we do have Max Lightning as well to like mitigate that somewhat. So
there's 3 potential Max Lightnings.
Yeah. Gengar has potential Max Lightning, Magneton has potential Max Lightning, and then Lapras has the most potential Max Lightning. Important things. Life Orb Lapras kills lots of stuff. Like, do you want to go through what it kills here, boy?
It has a very reasonable chance of OHKOing Dynamax Gyarados with the Max Lightning.
Yep.
It would have been guaranteed if we were modest, but we needed Timid, unfortunately, to outspeed the Gengar. And also trying to catch an Adamant Poliwrath, but they're probably jolly to speed tie with our Flapple and Magneton, but we might as well try and catch that anyway, because we were outspeeding Gengar at -1 and it was just a tiny bit more, so why not at this point?
Outspeeding Gengar at -1 is the main reason, by the way, because the Gengar lead is, like, Lipod Gengar is probably his best lead matchup-wise against us. So we're prepping for that, and that's why we've got the Icy Wind, because Icy Wind plus Max Freeze can actually KO the Gengar if he's not bulky at all, which is kind of big. And then even if it doesn't, our Gengar then KOs him with Shadow Ball next turn anyway, so it can be really good. Taking out the Lipod super important as well, and then Icy Wind puts the Lipod slower than the Lapras. I'm sorry to steal all of your tech here, Boyd, and present it as my own. I want you guys to know that this was all Boyd, this plan. Icy Wind Gengar slows Lipod to be slower than the Lapras, and then a Max Freeze will kill, even a Max Thunder actually in that situation kills the Lipod, which is really, really good if we're worried about a Poliwrath in the back coming in for the rain, obviously. So yeah, but Thunder's got a good chance to OHKO Gyarados, which is really nice.
Yeah, it's about 50% chance if they got no bulk, so
yeah,
that's pretty reasonable. And we still have just regular Freeze Dry if we're not even Dynamax, just to hit the Gyarados very well.
Yeah, that hits harder than Thunder, obviously, because of Stab. Ancient Power is for Frostmoth. Frostmoth is actually a really good mon against our team, and we're kind of hoping he doesn't notice that. It's kind of a sleeper mon, because the mons we've been bringing, like Urshifu obviously decimates Frostmoth, so there's that, but
Darmanitan kills 6 of them.
Yeah, Darmanitan does kill 6 of them with Flare Blitz. We did that count. We're like, what about Darm here? And it does 6x. Damage to a Frostmoth, but because of the strat we've gone with, like all 4 of our attackers that we're bringing are special attackers for our first game. So Frostmoth obviously is a huge problem there. Max Lapras Rockfall will OHKO Frostmoth. That is really important. That is like super important information. Even through the Protectiness, it can OHKO. And even if it doesn't, it does enough of a chunk that we can then kill it the next turn. So it's a really important move, the Ancient Power. I know it seems a bit memey. It's not a meme. Was the Ancient Power my idea? I think that was my idea. I had an idea. I contributed.
I went for Iron Head to hit it physically.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, Ancient Power was strong enough, and yeah, Ancient Power was yours.
Yeah, and Ancient Power is strong enough. It also is weather control in the max form. If I really don't want the rain up for some reason, although I'm not too afraid of rain here. And it's potential boosts like game if I need them. If there's a mon that's almost dead and I'm killing it anyway, I can Ancient Power to just finish it off and potentially get a boost. And you'll see that again in a second. Gengar here. I love this Gengar. Like, the Thunderbolt slot was up in the air. We were thinking about Haze for Belly Drum. We were thinking about Ally Switch, which is always good. Will-O-Wisp, which is always good. Like, we had a lot of thoughts on this, but I think you ended up choosing Thunderbolt for the potential max Gengar, which is a strong potential max against a couple of the leads. It's really, really good against his team, the Max Thunder from Gengar. And also just because it's support against Gyarados. If we Icy Wind, then it can finish off the Gyarados sometimes. Like, I think overall, Boyce made the best decision, but you may hear me complaining in the game, like, I want Ally Switch, I want Haze, I want this, I want that. And it's 4 move slot syndrome, right? Because Shadow Ball has to come.
Sludge Bomb. Gengar has like 12 move slot syndrome.
Yeah.
Fair.
Sludge Bomb has to come. Shadow Ball has to come. Icy Wind has to come. We considered Destiny Bond, which is really good here. Like, I'm still tempted to go Destiny Bond over Thunderbolt, honestly, because once we've Icy Winded with Gengar and slowed him down by 1 stage, and Lapras has done its thing, Gengar's kind of a sack. And Destiny Bond's really tempting in this slot. So you may see me later today on Battle Day having completely fobbed Boy off and gone, no, we're putting Destiny Bond in this slot.
Feel free. Like, there's so many good moves in there.
Yeah, that Thunderbolt is really just filler. Like, and it's good filler. Like, the thing is, all of these moves we've mentioned are good. Like, Thunderbolt is good in this slot. It has a lot of situations where it's great. Destiny Bond is good in this slot. Like, we couldn't decide, so you made the set ignoring it, basically, right? And then just sort of put it in, like, whatever. But it is a big move slot syndrome issue. Icy Wind is vital, and we've explained that. Magneton.
This is a fun one.
I love this Magneton. Electro Web is great. It's another piece of speed control, which is the way we're going to win this. We're going to win this through sort of procedural speed control, just continuously slowing his mons down. We've done this a lot. Porygon's done it a lot with Max Strike. You've seen it before. It is the way our team operates. We have a lot of, like, middle to fast mons, and the really good way to get a benefit out of middle to fast mons is just to slow your opponents down with a -1 spread move. Electro Web does that. It also gets around Follow Me from Clefable and still hits Gyarados and Poliwrath, which is important. And then Weakness Policy Sturdy. If they trigger our Weakness Policy, we can potentially one-shot Gyarados with Electro Web.
Yeah, it's pretty strong. And they've got to respect the Magneton as well. It could be our Maxmon. If we don't want to Dynamax the Lapras, the Magneton can be entirely reasonable as a Max Pokemon as well.
Yep. Rising Voltage, obviously obscenely strong in electric terrain, which we, again, have multiple ways of setting up. Flash Cannon murks Clefable. This thing's special attack stat is no slouch. It has base 120 special attack. People forget that Magneton is incredibly strong because Magnezone exists. But that doesn't change the fact that this is an absolute... It doesn't even need Eviolite. It's just a good mon. In the tier that we picked it up in, I think it was like tier 4 or something. It's just insane.
Yeah, it's the lowest tier, and I saw it straight away just as the best Pokemon in tier 4 by a mile.
Yeah, it should be tier 3. It 100% should be in tier 3. Like, it's kind of nuts.
Yeah, like with the special attack investment, that's got more special attack than the Gengar has.
Yeah, yeah. What? It's harder than Gengar. 176 versus... what did Gengar hit in the end? Oh, no, Gengar hits 181 here.
Okay, so pretty close. Pretty close.
You scraped it down to 1... But that's only with 156 EVs. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's so that we can OHKO a Milotic that's built to survive a Porygon Z in the electric terrain with Rising Voltage.
Yes. So a Milotic that's EV'd to survive a Max Strike from Porygon Z will die to this in electric terrain, which is, if you know how strong Porygon is, it's nuts. It's insane. So we're gonna chunk some mons with this, hopefully. Magneton actually gonna put in a lot of work, I think. He's in our leading squad. Our leading squad is Lapras Gengar lead with Magneton Togetic in the back. This Togetic is a meme, but a good meme. So Dazzling Gleam is vital. We need a spread move on Togetic that can hit Poliwrath. Togetic, again, no slouch in special attack. It has a base 80 special attack, and we can 3-hit KO Poliwrath with this Dazzling Gleam, which is important when Poliwrath is against often in this situation is going to be up against Togetic Lapras, right? Does he click a water move onto the Togetic? Or does he click a fighting move onto the Lapras? If he clicks a fighting move onto the Lapras and we follow me, he's fucking it. If we predict him to hit us with a water move on Togekitic, and instead we go for like Life Dew, he's fucking it. So it's a really good mon. It's incredibly bulky, 228 bold defense. Like, this thing takes hits. It takes a +1 Max Geyser in the rain from Gyarados.
And that's pretty much the strongest move he has.
That's the strongest move on Reversal's team. And it just eats it. It's like, nom, gonna have another? Like, you know, this thing is just nutty. And I'm really looking forward to using it. Again, the only thing that really cripples this from Poliwrath would be the Raw Hypnosis. I really hope... He has brought Raw Hypnosis a few times, and Duncan Luck is a thing. So...
Well, like the Togetic as well, it could even win on its own.
Yeah.
Like, there's almost nothing that can hit it. The Gengar can, but that's probably going to be taken care of quickly. There's the Frostmoth, but then we still have Ancient Power. Yeah. If we get an Ancient Power boost, Togetic literally wins on its own. Yeah.
Togetic with an Ancient Power boost wins. Like, it can 1v3, like, his team. Like, as long as Gengar's dead. Yeah. Like, it's... And that's why we've gone for the meme of Ancient Power, because if we're in a situation where we don't need to click Dazzling Gleam, Follow Me, or Life Dew, it's basically every turn with Togetic out is, do I need to click any of these 3 moves? If the answer to all 3 of those is you don't need to click them, you just click Ancient Power and pray for the boost. And if you get that 20% chance, he cannot break Togetic. It instantly outspeeds a couple of viable, important mons. Even with no speed investment, it can outspeed a couple of things. Like a -1 Poliwrath without Rain hits about 90 speed, and this hits 90 speed at +1. Like, I'm tempted to give it one speed point from an EV, just so that at +1 it outspeeds a -1 Poliwrath, but that might be a bit extra.
Well, the special defense was dumped. Feel free.
Yeah,
just make sure you put the 4 into special attack as well, so that you balance out the EVs.
So I don't waste EVs. I think that might be the play, because now we guarantee outspeed a -1 Poliwrath if we're +1, and that doesn't seem that significant until you realize that at +1 special attack with the Ancient Power boost, we are 2-hit KOing Poliwrath with this Togetic, and it can't touch us. So, really interesting that Togetic could end up getting a few more kills on its roster today.
It's amusing that it's got 2 already, and it actually could get more. It's highly amusing.
I am enjoying it. Obviously, if we guarantee top cut at any point in this tournament, we're going to start memeing a little bit. We're going to try and get Cottony some kills. We're going to try and get Togetic onto the kill leader, like top 10. Stuff like that. But we're not going to meme until we guarantee to top cut, because I respect my viewers and I really, really want to get to the top cut with you guys. So we've got a really tough couple of weeks coming up with Wolfie and then A-Drive. So we do need to stay focused. Porygon here is filler, which is, it's nice filler to have as filler in VGC, is to say, oh, my Porygon Z, yeah, that's filler. He's just there, like, he's just sitting there. Look at him.
It's been filler far too many weeks that I would not have expected that we're planning to bring PZ this much. I think, considering how busted it is.
The thing is that every time we haven't brought it, it's still put in work just being on the bench because they've had to prep for it. Like, it forces people to prep for it. Psyshock hits a whole load of the stuff on his team that, you know, walls Porygon. This is basically there if he has some weird tech that our initial lead doesn't work against, and he wins a game because he adjusts really well game 2, or if he has a good game 1. Porygon could, like, slot in instead of the Magneton. It could slot in instead of the Gengar. Probably don't want to drop both Magneton and Gengar because we do need that speed control. It could definitely slot in instead of Lapras as well. Like, Lapras doesn't have to come. And it definitely could just lead Porygon Gengar and start nuking stuff. Like, -1 speed with Icy Wind and then just Nuclear Bomb. And now he's -2 speed and we outspeed everything. So that is 100% viable. Trick Choice Specs is really good against some of his bulkier mons, but overall this Porygon is unlikely to see the field in this matchup unless he throws a curveball. Is that an accurate statement?
I would say so. Like, I'm pretty content with the 4 we're planning to bring, so the fact that we can have such a strong mon in reserve, like two really strong mons in
because
reserve.
You can't sleep on Urshifu as well. Urshifu is an absolute beast, ignores Protect, kills everything. This thing, it doesn't even need a fighting move this week because there's no point. Wicked Blow, Thunder Punch, Iron Head, and Sucker Punch. Some Clefables will be killed by Wicked Blow plus Iron Head, which is really significant. Some Clefables will be killed by just 2 Iron Heads or an Iron Head plus like Max Geyser from Lapras. No, well, does Lapras even have a water move? It doesn't. Iron Head plus Max.
Who needs stabs?
Ice. Yeah,
it's fine.
Iron Head plus Max Ice will kill Clefable easily. So like Urshifu can still put in a lot of work here, but it's just crazy that we look at a team matchup and we're like, oh, we can just have Porygon and Urshifu in reserve.
Yeah, I think that's also a testament to the draft, like the weaker mons as well. Like the Togetic and Magneton are going to put in a lot of work.
Yeah, and you know, people slept on this draft. Let's be honest. This is our chance to call people out. We are 4-0. I am confident that we will win this week. I feel like unless I mess up, we will win. And I don't think I am a VGC player on the level to go 5-0 in this tournament. And obviously there's Wolfie the next week. We're going to try our best. I really want to beat Wolf. That would be great. I feel so good. I've beaten him in singles, but I've never beaten him in VGC. So I'd love
that could also be a 5-0 match as well.
Yeah, it could be. If we're both 5-0, it could be the first loss for one of us, which is awesome. So epic battle there. I just feel like people slept on this draft because they didn't realize the utility of some of the Pokemon we drafted. I don't think people realized like how good a Shifu is when they don't know if it's banded, scarfed, or vested.
Yes.
Or even Psychic Seeded in one case where we use their terrain against them. It's like a Shifu is such a relevant speed tier at 97 speed that if it's scarfed, it outspeeds most of the meta. And like even if you're scarfed on your own mon, then you have to worry about speed creeping a scarfed Shifu. But then if it's not scarfed, you've wasted all those EVs on speed. This team is very much like making it as difficult as possible for your opponent to prepare. And that was Boyd's philosophy from the start, is just have a team that is so versatile that we can adapt to any situation. Like, we're not going to look like we have the strongest memes, right? We don't have the double expanding force or like, this is our specific meme. What we have is a very fast, very strong team with a decent number of bulky mons, in Togetic and Lapras especially, with the ability to put up screens with Lapras, which make all our mons bulky. And then how do you prep for that? Because everybody who faces us has to prep for Lapras. Everybody who faces us has to prep for Togetic. Everybody who faces us has to prep for Porygon Nukes. It's a very, very hard team to prep for.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I've been super happy with the team performing like it has so far.
I mean, look at it. You've been basically bottle feeding a scrub through this tournament. And look, I openly admit that I'm a VGC scrub. Like I'm decent. I'm a decent player. I can get to Master Ball. I've been top 100 on that ladder a couple of times, but I don't have the tournament results. I don't have any, like national results. I don't have any regional results. I've got a few local results, but who cares about local? So, I'm very much learning, and I'm very much grateful to Boyd for all the help he's given me and like sort of the tips and, this process. I think I've improved as a player, especially with the coaching with Jamvad, feeding into it as well. But I think that the team has carried me. I think this draft was fantastic, and this draft was the brainchild of Jamie Boyd. So please do go check out his channel where we have the full team builder here, where we came up with these strats, and then he went into great detail with these spreads. He does it every single week. It's an incredible series. He is my co-coach, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. He is the co-coach of this team. He just had to be handicapped. He was too powerful. He had to be handicapped by having a scrub pilot the team in the battles. That's the only way the boy could compete in the WBE. Otherwise, the World Boy Entertainment, I mean, Wolfie beats everyone versus the World Boy Entertainment.
When they see how well the team will eventually do.
I really do think that next season they should get you in. And I think that you, as the viewers, should mention that next season you think that Boyd should be in the WBE. Dan and Joey run this league very, very well. It's all about entertaining people. If you guys let it be known that you want Boyd as a competitor, do that, and then I'll compete in singles next time. Because two things. One, I don't want to lose Boyd as my front office, and two, I don't want to have to play against him. I've seen what happens to people who play against him, and that's when I'm piloting the team. When he's piloting the team, not a fun time. Thank you very much for watching. Please do check out Boyd, and we'll see you guys next time. And we'll see you with the battle later today. Bye-bye! I'm waiting for you to say bye, just in this position.
So this is payback for the extended that I didn't do, that you didn't do in the end in the team builder.
Just say bye. Just say bye.